Hi everybody, how are we doing? Matt from Hannah Fields, back with another video, and this time I'm discussing succession sowings and succession plantings. I do get quite a few people over these sort of growing season on the gardens ask me about sort of timings and things like that with that. So I thought, well, let's have a quick video and discuss it. So I want to take kale as the example. So this is our main crop kale. We've got two varieties, Calavanero and beautiful curly kale. I sow this about sort of early April, plant it out early May. It crops throughout the whole year pretty much until we get to this time of year, autumn. Still crops but slows down, and it will slow down even more so in the winter, grow again in March, flower in April. But the leaves are getting smaller and I want some bigger leaves in between all that process, so I sow another batch, normally around about sort of early August, and then I get it out sort of late August. And this batch here, as you can see, is sort of knee height, and it's got bigger leaves on it. So that's like an overlap crop, if you will, of bigger leaves. So I can get in, you know, this size leaf as opposed to this size leaf. So you kind of got leaves like that, but then leaves like that. So that's something to consider in terms of leaf size. If you want bigger leaves, you need to do continuous succession sowings. And then I do another sowing about sort of like early September time or last week in August, depending on sort of what I want to grow year on year. Sometimes I might not want as much kale as the previous year, but this year I've sown it sort of last week in August, and then I planted it out third week in September, and this is what it looks like. It's already growing lovely. And that'll be an overlap crop for us as we go into sort of later autumn and over winter. We can pick these little leaves, and again, when we get into that sort of like mid-Feb, end of Feb, when light levels start to increase, crops tend to give it a big boom before it sort of goes to seed in April. So all our kales that I've shown you will go to seed in April next year, but they'll all grow at different times in terms of their sizings, their leaf sizings, based on their maturity, and give us certain levels of crop until we get to that April point. Some will give us bigger leaves, medium leaves, smaller leaves, etc, etc. So yeah, just a quick example of succession sowings, and I'm using kale as an example. You could do the same thing with lettuce, with rainbow chard, with spring onions. There's so many things you've got options on. So just some things to consider for your growing season next year. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe to this new channel. That's me out. Lots of love. Take care.